It started when an alien device did what it did. We all know the lyrics. But when Ben Tennyson found the Omnitrix, he didn't just find a watch. He found the DNA of a million different ways to die and a million different ways to save the universe. But here's the question that's been tearing the fandom apart for nearly 20 years. If every single one of Ben's aliens stepped into an arena, who was the last one standing? Is it the brute force of a Vaxasaurian, the cosmic horror of a Tokustar, or something far more dangerous, something Ben can't even control? Today, we are ranking every Ben 10 alien by raw power, from the "why does this exist" tier to the literal god tier. Buckle up. It's hero time. Let's get the disappointments out of the way first. We've all been there. Ben slams the dial expecting Humungousaur and gets Walkatrout. At the absolute bottom, we have the joke aliens, Walkatrout, the worst, and Pesky Dust. Now, don't get me wrong, the worst is literally indestructible, and Pesky Dust can put a god to sleep and manipulate their dreams. But in a fist fight against a galactic conqueror, they aren't winning, they're just surviving. Then we move into the micro tier, Nanomech and Gray Matter. One is a Galvan, the smartest species in 5 galaxies. The other is a nano-human hybrid that can dismantle a circuit board from the inside. Their power isn't in their fists, it's in their neurons. If Gray Matter has 5 minutes of prep time, he's Batman. Without it, he's a snack for a Vulpamancer. This is where the nostalgia hits. These are your brawlers: Wild Mutt, Stinkfly, Ripjaws, and Spider Monkey. These guys are the backbone of the original series and Alien Force. They are faster, stronger, and more agile than any human, but they are limited by biology. Ripjaws is a god in the water, but a fish out of water on land, literally. Then we step up to the heavy hitters light, Forearms and Rath. Let's be real, Rath is the most entertaining alien in the watch. Let me tell you something, viewer. But despite his rage, he lacks the versatility of the higher tiers. Forearms is the gold standard for strength, able to leap miles and punch through reinforced steel. But as Ben grew up, he realized that sometimes muscles aren't enough. Remember the first time Ben fought Vilgax? He tried Forearms, he tried Stinkfly, he failed. Why? Because he hadn't tapped into the elements yet. Now we're getting into the aliens that can change the weather of a battle. Heatblast, Big Chill, Swamp Fire, and Diamondhead. This is arguably Ben's most reliable tier. Heatblast can reach temperatures approaching supernova levels. Big Chill can phase through solid matter, making him nearly impossible to hit and then freeze your internal organs from the inside out. But the standout here? Diamondhead. People forget that Diamondhead isn't just the crystal guy. He defeated Vilgax in a one-on-one sword fight. He can regenerate his entire body from a single shard. He is the definition of high-tier durability. However, even Diamondhead has a limit. He's made of physical matter, and in the Ben 10 universe, matter is a suggestion. Let's talk about Upgrade and Ghost Freak. Ghost Freak is terrifying because he isn't just an alien, he's a conscious shadow. He can possess you. If Ben really wanted to, he could have Ghost Freak possess his enemies and walk them off a cliff. An Upgrade? In a modern world, Upgrade is a god. Give him a laptop and he controls the nuclear silos. Give him a car and he's a transformer on steroids. We are now entering the territory of walking weapons of mass destruction. First, Way Big, a Tokustar born in cosmic storms. This guy is hundreds of feet tall. He can throw enemies into orbit and fire a conquest ray that can destroy a small moon. When Way Big comes out, the fight is usually over in 3 seconds. But believe it or not, there are aliens smaller than Way Big that are way more dangerous. Take Feedback. There's a reason this was Ben's favorite. Feedback doesn't just shoot electricity, he absorbs energy. any energy. In the series finale of Omniverse, Feedback literally absorbed the Annihilarg, a bomb designed to create or destroy entire universes, and fired it back at the villain. That puts Feedback's output at universal levels. Then there's Gravattack. He is a living planet with a molten core. He controls gravity. Do you know how scary that is? He can create a black hole in your living room. He can make you weigh 10,000 tons until your bones turn to dust. And we can't forget Atomics, the second strongest alien Ben willingly uses. He's a living nuclear reactor. His nuclear winter attack is basically a localized sun. He makes Way Big look like a toy. But even with the power of a sun, there are things in the Omnitrix that Ben Tennyson is afraid to touch. This is the tier Ben doesn't like to talk about, the aliens that come with the price. First, Ghost Freak, Zscare. In the early days, this DNA was so powerful and so dark that it had its own consciousness. It escaped the Watch. It tried to take over the world. Ben eventually regained control, but he never looked at that transformation the same way again. Next, the Ultimates. If we include the Ultramix, Ultimate Echo Echo, and Ultimate Humungousaur break the scale. Ultimate Echo Echo's sonic doom can literally vibrate the atoms of a giant robot until it disintegrates. But the real uncontrollable power? That belongs to Clockwork. At first, Clockwork looks like a slow, clunky robot, but he is a chronosapien. He controls time. He can age a villain to dust in a second. He can reverse a chronosapien time bomb that erased every version of Ben in the multiverse. Clockwork is arguably the most dangerous alien because he can win a fight before it even starts. You knew who was going to be at number 1. There is no debate, there is no competition. Alien X, a celestial sapien. Alien X doesn't fight, he decides. He can recreate the entire universe with a thought. When the Earth was destroyed, Ben didn't even sweat. He just had Alien X make a copy-paste of the entire galaxy. The only reason Alien X isn't used every day is the 3-key system. Ben has to argue with Bellicus and Serena, the voices of rage and love, to get anything done. But once they agree, it's over. There is no power in the Ben 10, Marvel, or DC universes that can easily stand against a being that treats reality like a drawing on a chalkboard. So, that's the ranking, from a slippery fish to a god who can rewrite existence. But the real power of the Omnitrix isn't Alien X or Way Big. It's the fact that Ben Tennyson, a kid from Bellwood, always chooses the right tool for the job. Which alien do you think is underrated? Did I put Feedback too high? Or is Diamondhead still the GOAT? Drop a comment below and let's argue about it. And hey, if you want to see a deep dive into the lost aliens Ben never scanned, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember, it's just a gadget. Be the hero.